Want to improve availability and performance of your RDS custom for Oracle database? In this video, we'll explore Read Replica, how they work, why they matter, and how to set step by step. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, I'm Girish Mukim, AWS Ambassador, AWS Community Builder with 15 plus years experience in IT industry and certified solution architect. I help you master AWS cloud infrastructure with hands-on learning. If you are looking to level up your skills in AWS cloud, you are at the right place. Let's dive in. I already have created DemoDB, which is RDS custom for Oracle. If you want to see how to create RDS custom for Oracle, I will give you link of my previous video which exactly talk about that. You please follow that, create RDS custom for Oracle, and then come to this tutorial. First thing first, go to DemoDB, look at what security group it uses. Here it is default security group, it can be anything. Go into the security group and add port 1140. This is critical, and I will give you link to the documentation so that you know why that's needed. But it's important to have inbound rule to open port 1140, and this is a port which Read Replica uses for connecting to your RDS instance. So, and I have seen this, if you don't have that port, it won't work. It will just fail your replica creation. So this is important. Just get it done and then move to the next steps. That's good. Now you are ready to create Read Replica. Just go into the action, create Read Replica, and it takes the source by itself. Like you can see DemoDB. You can give identifier as DemoDB Read Replica. It can be anything. It's just an alias or identifier for your instance. So you can literally give anything here. Note, you can only create replica in mounted mode. Later you can change it to read only, but from console it only allows you to create it in mount status. Just review setting, which is most likely will be whatever you have on the source. So you don't need to be concerned about that. Just use whatever it is. Instance profile, we already have created instance profile. So just use the same one, search it custom, and you'll get the instance profile what was created before, and the same is used for our source. KMS, it just uses the same one. Pretty much everything you can keep it as is, and then click on create Read Replica. And take a note, Read Replica as of now, as of recording of this video, allows only in region replication. It doesn't allow cross region Read Replica, RDS custom. It doesn't allow cross account Read Replica. So there are restrictions you should be aware of. This is one of the restrictions, and this is in region Read Replica what we are creating. And you don't need to specify AZ. It takes the AZ which is different than what your source database is in. And if you see it here is US East 1C. Read Replica is creating. So take break, take your tea or coffee and come back. I will do the same. Read Replica is created and is in available status. So it takes time. For me it took at least 15 to 20 minutes, and this is just a demo DB. Spend some time, review this configuration. It will be almost same what you have on the source. So find out what is EC2 instance associated with the RDS custom instance. You can find that from configuration. Let's connect to EC2. SSM agent should already be installed, so you can use session manager. Great, you are on to EC2 server which is hosting this RDS custom instance. Just sudo to su Oracle, and once you do that, connect with SQL plus sysdba. It is alias which is already present, so I just use SQL. So select name, open mode, database role from $V database. It is just making sure what is the database role, and you can see for Read Replica it is physical standby. So what it tells us is internally it is using data guard for replication, and status of our Read Replica is physical standby. It's very clear now. So let's go back to primary and see what is the role of the primary database. Su to Oracle, again sudo su Oracle, go to SQL prompt, SQL plus sysdba, and see the role. You can see it's primary. So as I said, internally it is using data guard. So your source is primary database role and target is physical standby. Next, let's verify whether these databases are in sync. There is no replication lag. Database are sync. This is basic validation we'll do to make sure that Read Replica is ready for us. So again, I'm just making sure that what is data like database I'm connected to, and see MRP is running. So that is good. Like I'll just do a couple of log switches just to ensure that it's progressing. And if you see earlier it was applying log 2020 like 22, but now it is 23. So that tells me that replication is working as expected. There is no replication lag and all good. So our read replica is ready. Mind you, it is in mount state by default. If you want from the server, you can change it to read only. But by default, there is no option to create read replica in read only status in RDS Custom for Oracle from AWS console. What if you have requirement to make this read replica as a standalone read write database? Definitely you can do it. Select that read replica and promote it to make it as a standalone read write database. So what it essentially does is it breaks the replication and bring it as a read write database. It gives you some information to make sure you read it. One of the things is it says like, okay, make sure that all the transactions are flown into your read replica. There is no replication lag. If you want, you can bring down the application, then ensure that transactions are flown to read replica, no replication lag, and then promote read replica. So it's a best practice, but this is a message is giving us for our demo. Doesn't matter. There is no transactions happening on our primary. So we are good. So once you do that change, right, what I observed is it takes time to get that reflected on management console. So just be patient with it, and just you need to refresh it couple of times, and then you'll see that it's changed it to modify now. Status is modify. So it's doing something internally to break the replication and bring it as a read write database. If you see it here, it says available, but see the linkage is still there. So it's taking time to make that change. So now it's good. Like you can see two different instances separate from each other. There is no replication happening now, and you cannot replicate it again, right? It is a standalone database now, and you can like just review the configuration as like you can spend time to do that, but I'll not do it now because it's exactly same like source. So identify a resource ID, which is like your EC2 instance, search for it in your EC2 portal, connect to that particular instance. You have your SSM agent running, so you can use session manager. You definitely can use putty, connect to the instance. Now I'll use session manager. It is a little bit easy when you are demoing it, but definitely for your real world you can use putty to connect if you are comfortable using putty. Okay, so you're on the server now. Just sudo su oracle, just use SQL, which is SQL plus sysdba. Select name, open mode, database role from v$database. So it is just ensuring what is the status or what is like database role now. So you see it here, open mode is read write and database role is primary. Show PDBs. There is only one default PDB. When you create RDS custom instance, it creates one PDB for you, ORCL. You can definitely create as many PDBs as you want. I think there is no like a restriction if it is enterprise edition, or if it is like there is a restriction, it will be very high number. But for standard edition, I think it's 5 PDBs. Okay, so I opened the PDB in read write and all good. So your database is ready as a standalone database. You can ask application team to connect and all good. Okay, and make sure if you are using it as a demo along with me, you delete that instance because RDS custom is costly. Make sure you delete it, and I'm just showing you how to do that. Okay, great. And if you have seen my earlier tutorial where we'll like talk about how to create CEV, how to create like provision software for creating RDS custom for Oracle, that is really awesome tutorial. I given a link in the description just to follow that, and you will learn a lot watching that video. Hope you learned something new today. If so, please like this video, share, leave your comment so that I know this content is helping you. Don't forget to subscribe, and that's now. See you again with yet another exciting tutorial about AWS. Keep learning, keep sharing what you learn, and thanks for watching.